Hello everybody, this is Charles and I am back with another toy review, this time for Bandai's Soul of Chogokin GX-78 Dragon Caesar! Alright, so Dragon Caesar, or more fondly known to us worldwide as the Dragonzord, my name of him Power Rangers Dragonzord, is the latest release from the Soul of Chogokin series, and I'm really excited to receive this. I got this in the mail from Japan today, and I'm so full of excitement. The box art is really nice. I think it's similar to the box art of the vintage toy. And at the back of the box art, you can see the Dragonzord with the rest of the Megazords and how you can combine to form the Dragon Megazord and the Super Dragon Megazord. I think that's the name they have it. I can't remember. I think this one is Ultimate Daijujin or whatever. I really do not know the Japanese name, but nonetheless, it's really cool. So without further ado, here is the Dragonzord. So I'm gonna adjust my camera a little bit downwards to capture the full Dragonzord. So yes, we have it over here, Dragonzord. Alright, looks really big, and he is pretty heavy as well. There is a decent amount of diecast. Let me just go through first the diecast content. So diecast content is actually in the head. Why? So this head, the black part that forms the head, this is diecast. Over here, we move downwards. Okay, the front part of the chest, this golden chrome part. Okay, excluding the back part, the front part. Okay, it's diecast, so it's the same for both sides as well. Moving down, the body wise, there's no other diecast. Underneath over here, the hip joints, the pin hip joints, they are diecast. The thighs are plastic. Over here, the lower legs, this silver part, that is diecast. The green part over here is plastic. The feet here is plastic, but the front here, the feet part, this chrome silver part, are diecast. So that's more or less the amount of diecast that you have inside. So inside over here, there is also another part that is diecast as well, and the weapon over here, the base of the weapon over here, this portion is diecast. So apart from that, there's no other diecast. And what's really cool about the Dragonzord is the engravings on the body. So you see engravings all over, from the sides to the dragon fins, to the sides over here, to the chest, to the waist, to the crotch area, over here, everything is engraved. So all these are engraving. I think for the vintage toy and for the legacy toys, all these are stickers. I am pretty sure all of these are stickers, but in the Chogokin series, all these are engravings, and this is really awesome, and I really love it a lot. And not forgetting that this toy, there's full of chrome right from head to bottom. Also over here you see the forehead is golden chrome, the dragon fin over here is silver chrome, the sides here, the chest portion is golden chrome. Here we see golden chrome as well, and over here downwards we see that it's silver chrome for the feet. So it's really awesome, really love it. So the Dragonzord comes default with this open fingers. So this was actually for his cannon features. I think in the show, we all remember that he fires missiles or cannons out of these fingers. He does come with a set of normal hands, which is over here. Okay, still in the box over here. So I'm not going to replace them for this part of the review because it's not a very critical part. So it does come with normal hands, closed hands. Closed fingertips. All right. Another point to note is for the instructions, it did mention that you can actually move the back forward a little bit, okay, just to make it crouch forward more like a dragon. However, I advise doing so because the chest part over here is very close to the waist part over here, and the instructions already gave you the warning that it may rub off. So if you were to move this, you have to arch the back forward, you are definitely going to scratch the carvings over here, and I think it's going to be really painful, for you to scratch the carving. So for you to have the arch of the dragon, and I think that the front, the back arching forward for the dragon doesn't really make much of a difference. If you really want the Dragonzord to arch really more, all you need to do is just, bend him a little bit more forward using the knee joints. The front joints, you can actually have two clicks forwards for the thighs, and if you really want to arch forward more, you just arch, just bend the knees less. That's what I think. And I think personally that Dragonzord looks very good this way. I don't think I need him to actually bend much further forward. Yeah, so I think it looks really awesome this way. Articulation wise for the toy, the mouth opens and closes, which is cool, fun. Arms wise, you can actually swing them sideways, but this is actually part of the transformation that allows you to do so. You can rotate the wrist 360, actually you can wrist can actually move downwards a little bit. And the elbows wise, you can actually rotate them as well for some little bit of added articulation. So which is cool. Yes. So without further ado, I'm just going to go into, oh yeah, and the tail. The tail, tails wise, the joints actually can be collapsed. Okay, you can actually collapse the joints. This is more for the weapon feature. But apart from that, if you want more articulation, you just pull. Every single joint can be extended. So you can see, you can get this amount of articulation for the tail, which is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Right, so let me just first collapse the tail, and I'm going to go into the transformation into the Mega Dragonzord. I'm just going to pull this out first. Okay, push this all the way in, straighten the legs, like so. I'm going to close the dragon mouth. I'm going to swing this open. Okay, collapse the wrist, push this in, open this up. Okay, slot this in, and then I'm going to tap it back over here. So there's a tab over here that goes here. Okay, so one thing to note over here, notice that this tab over here, this is this tab is actually for the transformation into the Dragonzord. Personally, I felt that Bandai, they should have made this this part die cast, because as you can see, this is a plastic joint and it's pretty thin. So my concern is that if you were to transform him several times, you might cause the plastic to have stress mark, and that might cause breakage. So I personally feel that Bandai should have made this part die cast, to make the joint more durable and longer lasting. They did well for this part, the head part, to make it die cast, so they know during the open and closing part, this joint is actually pretty secure and also less prone to breakage. I was hoping that they actually do the same for this joint as well. So that's just a minor detail that I felt that they could have done better. Okay, so let's carry on the review. So here you're gonna split the legs apart. Oh, first let me just collapse this back in first. So you're gonna split the legs apart. Okay, and once you split apart, just be careful to hold this part, because there's no joint holding this part. Okay, there's no tab or any joint holding part. It just falls off. So just take note that when you transform it, you gotta make sure that you are prepared to hold this part. So I'm gonna put it aside over here for now, and then once you open it to release the chest part, you're gonna close this again. Okay. So make sure you tap everything nicely. Okay. So you're gonna swing this forward. Okay. You're gonna tap these two parts together to form the chest plate of the Dragon Megazord. Okay. Click in place. And then you're gonna rotate the knees down, flip this open, rotate the knees inwards, clip it down, rotate the knees down, flip this up, knees in, flip this down, and you are done for the body. So you can actually flip the head down right now. So you flip the head down. One interesting feature, okay, I really love, is that the eyes of the Dragonzord are red, and the eyes of the Dragonzord are actually the visor of the Dragon Megazord. So it's really cool. So when you push this down, okay, the dragon eyes are gone, they're no longer red. I just noticed when I transform, so it's really cool. And you push this up, you realize that, hey, the eyes are red because it comes from the visor of the Mega Dragonzord. So it's really cool. To me, that's cool, yeah. So prior to the review, okay, and this part, you have to actually, okay, so to continue the transformation, you gotta flip down the packs over here. So we're ready for Dragon Megazord. So prior to the review, I actually removed the joints actually from the Megazord. It's ready. So this is pretty simple. Just tap this in. We're gonna tap this in as well. Okay, so we are done for the legs. Pretty simple. Okay, go to the back, and then we can see the mammoth. Okay, so you guys slot it in. So this part, this joint over here will clip in over here. So it's pretty intuitive. You just need to get it right. Okay, clip, it's in, and there you have it, the Dragon Megazord. It's completed. Okay, let me just roll this backwards a little bit more, raise the camera up a little bit. Yes, so wow, it's really awesome. No, I really like it. It's really nice. So let's do a 360 view, side view, back view. It's really clean, really clean. I like it. It's really clean. And you know, it does have the articulation they have. You know, you have the double jointed elbows, you have the clicky elbow joints, side joints. Really cool. Really happy with it. And you know, despite the fact that the knees look humongous, but when you look at the side view, it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't really look that bad. And if you think that, you know, there's no leg articulation because of the humongous knees, well, you can still move the joints 2 clicks forward. So there is some form, a little bit of articulation that you can actually do with this Megazord. A little bit, not a lot, no, but it's decent compared to a pretty, I would say, rigid and stiff Megazord. So you can actually move the joints, the thigh joints forward by 2 notch, if you need to. Can't really pose much, but no, it's really cool. So I'm gonna put the Megazord over here one side. One thing that you do not have is the head articulation. You cannot rotate the head due to the way that the joint is the figure is designed. So what I'm gonna do next, you're gonna have this. Okay, this is interesting because this is where you can get the perfect transformation of the weapon. You flip this open, you flip this in, and then you flip this entire part out, and then it just forms the stand really nicely. And what the instructions doesn't tell you is this. Okay, the instruction tells you that you can actually plug this out, but this is so difficult to pull out. So the way to get the handle out is to put your finger inside, push it out from the back, get it out, flip it, and adjust it, and there you have it. You know, this is the best way. You know, the instruction just tells you to bring it out. You know, I was trying to tap it out, but I just couldn't. And I just realized that you just have to get this stand out first, and then put your finger at the back, push it out, and problem solved. And then you clip this this joint back here. Okay, well, doesn't it clip nicely? Let me see. It's supposed to clip nicely. Oh, because there's a joint here. So over here, make sure that this joint over here goes all the way to the back. It doesn't block you. So you can clip this, and there you have the weapon stand. So the weapon stand, let me see how many joints. Oh yeah, you can actually, and you flip this part forward. Okay, you make sure that this is, I think this is the correct way. Or is this the correct way? No, this is the correct way. Yeah, so you make sure that this part, okay, the part with the depression is facing downwards. Push it in, and there you have the huge drill lens of the Dragonzord. So it's so long. There's no way that my camera can capture it entirely. So this is the perfect transformation version of the weapon. So if you want the anime or show accurate weapon wise, you have to remove this. Okay. And then you're gonna plug the whole thing. No, you can. Okay, and then the instruction says you have to remove this part. Yeah, you cannot put the entire thing because the joint is a ball joint, so you have to remove this and plug it in over here. And there you have the show accurate lens. Okay, show accurate lens. Very long though, and the bottom part is diecast. So compared to this and this, you can see the difference. I'm just gonna put this here first. Yeah, so you can tell the difference between the size of the lenses. So, but it's pretty cool. I mean, the design wise, imprints, everything, and carving, they are all detailed, similar to the big one. Okay, let me just get this out of the way first. I'm gonna get this out here first. And I think I'm gonna need, I'm gonna need 3 parts of this. So I'm gonna put this back in first. I'm gonna need 3 parts of this for the final transformation. But before that, I'm going to collapse this back because I'm gonna need this for the ultimate transformation. Okay, let's see if I got this part correct first. I'm gonna make sure I fold it back correctly first. Okay, got it. So I'm gonna collapse this thing back in. This is actually quite fun to collapse. You know, it's pretty quite fun. There's a little bit of hits and misses sometimes, but okay, something's blocking over here. Let me see. I'm not getting it to fit in nicely over here. Oh yeah, okay, push it. Oh, something's stuck. I think I gotta push this part out first, just in case. Yeah, gotta push this part out first. I'm gonna collapse this thing in completely. Yeah, I think probably, you know, it's best. Well, I'm just trying out things. I think in order to collapse this, it's best to actually put this part in first, collapse the stand in first, so everything fits in nicely. Then you close this part. Because I think in some point in time, during the part where you try to collapse this in, this pack might get in the way, and you might end up scratching it or breaking it, or even I think you might even scrape off some paint. So it's best that just collapse this part in first. Okay. I'm struggling a little bit. Okay, collapse here, collapse here, collapse here, collapse here. Yeah, put this in first. Voila. Okay, back here. And we need this joint to be this way. I think this joint can be this way. Okay, I'll put this aside for now, and then I'm gonna do the ultimate Megazord combination. So I'm first gonna break you up. Remove the mammoth. Okay, over here. I'm gonna remove the legs. Okay, I'm going to put the Dragonzord aside for the time being. I'm gonna get the Megazord back over here. Go, go, Power Rangers! Da, 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 da. Go, go, Power Rangers! Da, 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 da. Okay, really love the song. Okay, over here the Megazord is formed. Pterodactyl. Okay. Okay, clip this part back in. Okay. So the Megazord is here, but I'm gonna get the Megazord ready for the transformation. Oh yeah, instruction says I can leave these guns here. So these guns tend to fall pretty easily, but the instructions actually say that you can actually leave it there for a full transformation. So what you need to do is to pluck off the dragon tail for now, because you need it to actually pack it in later. You will fold down the shoulder parts, okay, and you will extend the legs wide because you need it to actually hold the weight of the top, and then you flip the horns back. So the Megazord, okay, is actually ready. The transformation is actually ready. Right now for the Dragonzord, okay, I'm gonna put this aside first. What I'm gonna do, first going to close the mouth, and then to open this part, okay, to open out the chest, the easier way to do it rather than open it this way is just to go to the back, push, easy. This is the easiest way that you can do it. You gotta pack this back in here, you gotta pack this back in here, you gotta open up this part, okay, split it into half, and then over here, you're gonna rotate this part downwards, okay, over here. Just to note that this part is diecast, so kudos to Bandai. Yes, you know what to do. This part is diecast because it's a very fragile joint, so you made it diecast. Well done, Bandai, for this. Similar for the other side, do it this way. Okay, so you have the Dragonzord more or less ready. You're gonna open, oh yeah, sorry, you got to open up this back piece over here. You're gonna raise the fins up all the way up, then you close it over here. So you're gonna leave this this way, okay, because you need it for ultimate transformation. And over here, it's pretty easy. Instructions do ask you to be careful, but this is actually pretty straightforward. So all you need to do, is to actually put it in here. So when you are gonna put this over here, you just have to make sure that okay, I'm gonna move the camera a bit upwards first. Okay, you just have to make sure that this part goes at an angle inside here. So it will just land nicely. Once it lands nicely, it will just slot in very nicely over here. So once it slots in over here, turn over to the back. This black part over here, you're gonna push it all the way in because it's gonna pack into the back of the mammoth. You'll hear a packing sound. And then this part, the red tail, this part is gonna pack over here at the back. Okay, so this will secure the joint, and this is how your Super Dragon Megazord is formed. Yeah, so over here you can close the legs, but it's going to be very flimsy. Okay, I'm gonna remove the camera down again. So the way the instructions say is that you spread the legs apart, so the weight on the top is being supported by the bottom. So in this form, this is the ultimate form for the combination. Personally, I just feel that this is okay. This looks awesome. Okay, this is awesome but impractical. Because there's so much load on the top, okay, which is really, really scary. And then with this transformation, you have sacrificed the elbow articulation. You can still move the arms, but the elbow articulation has been compromise for this transformation. And then for the full weapon combination, what you're gonna do, you are going to, let me see, you're going to take the tail part, you're gonna remove the tip, okay, you're gonna remove 2 of this, okay, and you're gonna 2 or 3, oh, you're gonna remove 3 of this, okay, so remove 3 of this, gonna plug this in over here, okay, so you're gonna use the first 2 over here, and then over here the joints are already ready, you just need to plug this in, okay, slot this in, okay, and you're done. So this is for one part. Wow, see, you can see the balance, the weight balance is already causing a little bit of trouble over here. And over here, similarly, what we're gonna do, this part is supposed to face this way, so I'm supposed to push this in, and this part, okay, this part is supposed to go into the joint, so let's go over here, okay, let's push it in, yep, and we're done. So this is the full battle mode of the Super Dragon Megazord, I think, yeah, Super Megazord, I'm not sure if you call it the Super Megazord or Super Dragon Megazord, I can't remember, but yeah, this is a full combined form. So it's very heavy, it is very heavy, oh, top heavy as well. Side view wise, it's alright, okay, I think it's alright. Back view is as such, okay, it's really clean, it's really nice, but this is really top heavy, so there is a high chance and high risk that he will topple forward. So if you are displaying him in this mode, just make sure that you get his center of gravity CG correct and well balanced. Yeah, because it would be a catastrophe if he was to fall forward. But combined form wise, I think he looks really new. He looks really good. He looks really good. Even though you can't really pose him much, you can't really have him hold much weapons or anything. Yeah, you can probably make him hold the sword. Yeah, the sword, and that's about it. Yeah, that's the most that you can do. You can't even really hold the shield because it just doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't hold well. Yeah, you can't hold the shield. So I think this mode actually looks nice only if you have Titanus, because if you have Titanus and the Megazord is riding on Titanus, it does feel that he's like a Viking. He's like a Viking riding on a Viking ship going to battle, and that's really awesome. But I personally feel that it's very unlikely that Bandai is going to release the Titanus because one thing is going to be huge and expensive, and I think in terms of profitability or business wise, it's not really worth it for them. I think they might, there is a chance they might do it as a Tamashii web exclusive, which means that it's made to order. And if it does happen, we have to keep our fingers crossed that it's available outside of Japan, because Titanus being the size of it, I wouldn't be surprised that the shipping of Titanus costs more than Titanus itself. Seriously. And if Japan does make it as a web exclusive, I do hope that outside of Japan, Bluefin, the US, Hong Kong, Taiwan, China, and Singapore, we will have a chance to get it as well, so that we can all get Titanus in a very affordable price. And I know right now there's this comic convention going on. Is it San Diego Comic Convention? Some comic convention going on in the US, whereby the GX-78B Black Megazord, it was sold there, and the Black Megazord is also available for pre-order in Tamashii Japan as well. So I didn't order it from Japan. I'm hoping that it appears in the local web exclusive, so I can order it. And from the pictures, we can actually tell that the combination of the Dragonzord with the black Megazord is really awesome. It's really nice because the color coordination is spot on, and it's a cool color variant to have. Bandai has always liked to do color variants for every GX they did, but they stopped for a period of time, and I guess for the Megazord it just gave them an opportunity to do so again, because we do have the black version of the Megazord even in the vintage toy as well. So my verdict of this toy is really awesome. I'm really happy. I'm not going to display him this mode because it takes up a lot of space, and I personally prefer the Dragonzord as itself, so I'm going to display my Megazord as the Megazord and the Dragonzord as the Dragonzord itself side by side. So here's Charles signing off with yet another toy review. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Do stay tuned to my channel for more reviews next time.